paired up throughout the day as we go through the matches. So what I need all of you to do, you have a really important role out here in the audience. So before every match, we're going to introduce the teams that are in this match, and I need you to give them a round of applause, all right? So we're going to start here with match number 1. First up, on the red side of the field, from Central High School, it's Team 4237 Cyberhawks. Give it up. Joining them on the Red Alliance, also from a Central High School, but a different one in Davenport, Iowa. It's 11721 Central Processing Units. On the blue side of the field, kicking us off from Iowa City, it's a community team, Team 13532 Eaglebots. And rounding out match number 1, from Solon High School, it's 367 Organized Chaos. Here at the beginning of the match, teams are getting their robots set up on the field. They've been building these robots since early September when the game this year was released. We've got a different game every year. So students that are in this competition for multiple years see a whole brand new game every year. It always gets played on a field that looks roughly like this on this size, but all of the elements change that are on the field. So teams have to relearn the game every year, and they've built their robots to adapt to this year's challenge. Teams will set up their robots touching one of the side walls and over one of the launch lines, that are those white lines in the middle. We'll talk a bit about what launch line means and how these teams are able to score artifacts into the goal as we get into the match. Okay, randomization is purple, purple, green. We'll talk a bit about what that randomization means here as well as we go through our first couple of matches of the day. Okay, our field is set. All right, Red Alliance, thumbs up. You ready? They're good to go. Blue Alliance, how about you? They're ready. All right, match number 1 begins in 3, 2, 1, go. So these first 30 seconds of the match are what we call autonomous. Teams have pre-programmed their robots to run to do some different functions. Some of the robots will be launching artifacts. Others may move and earn some leave points, 3 points apiece, if you can get off of the white tape line during the first 30 seconds. So we see 1 for the Red Alliance, we see 1 for red, 1 for blue here at the start of match number 1.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, now we're into the next 2 minutes of the match. This is driver controlled. So you'll see teams have picked up their controllers and they're now driving their robots. Teams have programmed their controllers to tell the robot what to do when they push certain functions. Most teams are going to have 2 drivers. One of the drivers is moving the robot around the field. They're doing the driving. The second driver is manipulating the artifacts. So they might be running the wheel inside that launches the artifact, doing some of those other functions that aren't moving the robot around. On the backside, 11-7-21, looking to launch some green artifacts up and in. See if they're able to get that kicked over. Oh, just over top of it. They've got plenty of time, though, as 367 on the front side for the Blue Alliance. Team Organized Chaos now looking to launch a second artifact up into the blue goal. There it comes, up and in. First artifact scored by the Blue Alliance. Nice job. Second one up and over the top for blue. Blue's touching red gate. So teams are going to continue to pick up these artifacts as they move around the field. A lot of times during the first couple matches of the day, teams are still getting used to any changes they might have made to their robot as they're able to adapt their robot design throughout the whole season. So some of those changes they might be getting used to here at the beginning of the matches. In the last 20 seconds now, robots are going to move to their base zone. That's the red and blue squares that are there on the front side of the field. If they can get parked in there, they'll get some points, and that's the end of the match. Controllers down. Nice job. Hey, let's hear it for the first match of the day. Let's give it up for these teams. Nice job. So as I was saying, during the last 20 seconds, teams want to get parked into those two squares on the front side. You can tell what alliance a team is on. They've got their number on the side of the robot in either red or blue, depending on which alliance they're on. So red wants to get to the red square, blue wants to get to the blue square. If they can get fully within, they'll get 10 points. If they're partially in, that's 5 points apiece. We'll have the scores coming up here in just a moment as our referees finalize those. Okay, the scores are in for match number 1. If you can, take a look up here on the screen at the front of the field, at the back of the field. Looks like match number 1 goes to the Red Alliance. Nice job. 54-9 is the score there at the end of match number 1. Our teams are loaded up on the tables for match number 2. Field reset's going to reset the field here, and we will get started in just a moment. Okay, teams are finishing their setup for match number 2, so let's meet the teams. Make sure to give them a warm welcome here to the field in their first appearance of the day. First up on the Red Alliance from Davenport, Iowa, Alleman High School, it's 25-656 Pioneer Robotics. Joining them on red from Solon Middle School, 15055 the Deductive Thinkers. On the blue side, from Columbus Secondary School in Columbus Junction, it's 6072 Wildbot Robotics. And lastly, from right here at Highland High School, it's 4177 The Finger Titans. So teams are getting their robots set up, like I said, touching a wall and over top of one of the white lines that are called the launch lines. Those designate the zones in which robots can launch artifacts from during the match. So teams are setting up their robots, making sure they're connected, and we'll be ready to rock and roll here in just a moment. All right, randomization happening here for match number 2, green, purple, purple. We'll talk a little bit in the first 30 seconds of this match about what that pattern means and why it's so important for these teams. All right, field is set. Okay, Red Alliance, thumbs up. You ready? Good. Blue Alliance, how about you? Yeah. They're good to go. Match number 2 begins in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so that pattern we see there in this match, very important, green, purple, purple. Teams want to try to score artifacts in that order up here on the ramp. If they can do that for each artifact that is in the correct slot, they will get 2 points. So green, purple, purple. So we've got 1 in the right slot over on the red side of the field. More green, purple, purple going in.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
So that is a 3 artifact pattern of green, purple, and purple. That gets repeated 3 times up the ramp. So teams want to be trying to score in that, they want to be trying to score in that order. And it looks like 25-6-56 on the Red Alliance is wasting no time. Yeah, Pioneer Robotics really getting after it now for the Red Alliance. Going over, you can only control 3 artifacts at a time. That's an important rule there that the teams need to make sure they're following. There we go, Red Alliance now releasing their artifacts back into the field so they can pick those up and score them again. That pattern that we mentioned at the beginning, this match green, purple, purple, not only applies during the first 30 seconds, but also at the end of the match. So there, the Red Alliance has a start to the pattern. They've got green, purple, purple. Pioneer Robotics have the makings of another. Green, purple, purple, up and in for the Red Alliance. Now 2 full motifs there completed. 2 points apiece at the end of the match for each one that is correct. We've seen some great shooting here as well by 6072 Wildbot Robotics with just 30 seconds left. You'll see a lot of pushing between these robots as well. We've got a purple, purple, green now in for the Red Alliance. Not quite a full motif, but they've got some points to be earned. Lots of purple artifacts heading in for blue in the last 20 seconds. This is where teams want to head to those base zones. Red Alliance now releasing them again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, controllers down. Nice job. Hey, let's hear it for match number 2. Nice job, everybody. Referees are just tallying up the scores right now, making sure it's all entered in. All the scoring is done manually by some of our score trackers during the match, and we all are kind of getting used to the new season still, so we're learning here and making some adjustments before we finalize the scores for match number 2. Something to watch out for in this match and all the matches going forward is that the teams here can build their robots pretty much however they want out of almost anything that they want. So you're going to see that lots of teams have different ideas of ways that they can achieve the scoring task this year. Some you can see there on the front side, 15055 for red, has a rubber band intake that they feel like is working well for them. Over here, 6072 actually doesn't have a way to intake off of the floor, but their human player can place the artifacts in the robot. So we can watch that during the next match too. We'll talk a little bit about the human player and their importance in this year's game. Back 4177 has a rubber band intake as well, up into a wheel. And then we've got 25656 on the Red Alliance. They've got a nice intake on their front side as well. And then they've actually got what is called an indexer inside their robot that's able to sort the artifacts that they pick up so they can pick the order in which they're firing them. So if they pick a green, purple, and a purple, they can fire them in any order that they want. So we can talk about some more of those robot things, but make sure to look for those small nuances between teams here. All right, scores are in for that match, and the Blue Alliance wins. 60-51 there. Blue Alliance looking like they take it. All right, we have an important announcement for teams. Teams in the pit, if you can see me, can you raise your hand? Teams in the pit, can you see me? Can you raise your hand? Can you hear me? Okay, after match number 3, we are going to rerun match number 2. We had a bit of a scoring software issue. We're going to rerun match number 2 after match number 3. So teams in match number 2, if you can head to the queuing tables when you're ready, we will rerun match number 2 after match number 3. Thank you. Okay, randomization is in for match number 3. And we'll introduce the teams as we get into the match here. Purple, green is going to be our order. All right, thumbs up from the field. Okay, Red Alliance, thumbs up. You ready? Good to go. Blue Alliance, how about you? They're ready to go. Match number 3 begins in 3, 2, 1, go. And in this match on the red side of the field, give it up from Solon Middle School. It's 50-62 Mechanaries. They're joined by another mechanical team on the Red Alliance from Durant High School, 10082 Mechanicats. Over on the blue side, from Danville Community School, 12745 Long John Launchers.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And last but not least, on the Blue Alliance, give it up for Team 8743 Raw Bacon. All right, we are well into this match. We saw some scoring during the autonomous period. 3 artifacts in for each. Now 4. Equally matched these two alliances are. 10082 firing in 2 more purple for the Red Alliance. 50-62, they're lined up with a purple and a green. As 87-43 gets 1 in for blue, and now a second scored. One, 2, 7, 4, 5 for the Blue Alliance. Now over in the blue secret tunnel zone. Playing awfully close to that gate. The teams have to be careful to not touch the gate of the opposing alliance color. So blue needs to stay away from red. Red needs to stay away from blue if they want to avoid those foul points that we've seen here so far. We are seeing lots of different mechanisms in this match as 10082 Mechanicats release their artifacts. 48 seconds left. They're going to want to try to refill that ramp, look for some pattern points before the end of the match, potentially. And 87-43 getting ready to load up. 3 now ready for them as 12-7-45 with 2 in for the Blue Alliance. $50-62. Mechanaries now on the backside for the Red Alliance. Getting ready to launch some more in the last moments of the match. 10 seconds left. Final artifacts flying in. Blue Alliance has a full ramp. Purple, green, purple all the way up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Controllers down. Give it up for match number 3. Good job, everybody. Looks to be a pretty close match. 60-73 as the scores are being finally adjusted by the referees. Can't trust those scores until we get to the final screen after the animation. Then you know those scores are finalized. Once again, we will be playing match number 2 right here after match number 3. Rerunning match number 2 after match number 3. So there at the end of the match, we did see one major foul come through for the Red Alliance. So you can see the 2 Blue Alliance robots are out there in the blue taped off square. That's called the base. Red Alliance needs to not touch those robots during the last 20 seconds. Blue Alliance can't be impeded from doing that. So we will see one major there for that. And the winner of match number 3 is the Red Alliance. 78-77. A 1-point match. We can see that major foul there, 15 points for the given to the Blue Alliance because the Red Alliance touched one of the blue robots in the base during the last 20 seconds of the match. So it nearly cost the Red Alliance that match, but they were still able to scrape it away with 1 point. We'll now get into rerunning match number 2 here in just a few moments as our field gets reset. Okay, we're back for the rerun of match number 2. Let's welcome these teams back to the field as they play this match again. Give a big round of applause on the Red Alliance. It's team 25656 Pioneer Robotics. They're joined by 15055 Deductive Thinkers. Over on the blue side of the field, it's 6072 Wildbot Robotics. And lastly, it's 4177, the Finger Titans. Here at the beginning of the match, teams get set up on the walls. They make sure that their robots are connected. What they're using to control these robots is essentially 2 smartphones, just like the one you've got in your pocket. One of them is on the robot, one of them is hooked up to the controllers, and they're using Wi-Fi to connect to each other. So they want to make sure that those are all set up and ready to go. And our FTAs, our first technical advisors, are the ones here on the field that help them out, make sure they're set up to have a successful match. All right. Green, purple, purple. I hear some calls from the field that it's the same randomization as last time, so that's kind of nice. Okay, Field is set. Red Alliance, you ready to run it again? All right. Blue Alliance, how about you? They're ready to go. Match number 2 rerun begins in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, here we go. Red Alliance with 3 up and in. That is Pioneer Robotics for red. Purple, green, purple is the order they've put them in. Green, purple, purple now going in again. That will be 1 full motif for them. So 8 points currently earned by the Red Alliance in terms of those pattern bonuses.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we did see potentially a foul there in autonomous. In addition to the foul we talked about before, during the first 30 seconds, you pretty much need to stay on your side of the field. Because these are autonomous programs, we want to make sure everybody has a fair shot. And so having robots that ram into the other robots during auto isn't really part of the play here. Another foul coming through there for the Red Alliance. Got to stay away from that blue gate zone. And artifacts are flying into the field here. Red Alliance now loading up their ramp again after releasing it there at the start of driver controlled. 2 up and in, 2 purple artifacts. 1 launched from far by 15.055. Quite an impressive shot there, but a little bit too much juice on it as it flies over the top of the goal. With 1 minute left, red has a pretty handy lead. Blue Alliance has plenty of time to come back from it, though, and 60-72 is looking to add to their score. They've got 1 purple artifact left. Just a little bit short, bouncing off the front. 25-656, releasing their gate yet again, as they want to just keep cycling those artifacts on and through. 15.055, trying to find a spot on the field where they can launch. Good adaptability there by them. Last 30 seconds, more artifacts flowing in for the Red Alliance. 15.055, looking to get that green artifact up and in, bounces over the edge. Blue Alliance with a couple more artifacts. 60-72 Wildbot Robotics looking to score them. They're going to have to be quick. 15 seconds left. Red contacts blue in the base zone, leading to a major there for them. 3, 2, 1. That is it. Nice job, everybody. Rerun just as exciting as the original. We'll have those corrected scores for you here in just a moment. All right, here we go. Scores are in. Red Alliance wins 78. Oh, this is match number 3. This is match number 3. That's the match we already saw. Let's take a look at match number 2. Red Alliance wins. That is match number 2, 123. An absolutely massive score by the Red Alliance. Only 5 foul points there. So 118 clean score. Down here at the bottom of your screen, I want to introduce you to what are called ranking points. Ranking points are so important for these teams to earn. If you win the match, you earn 3 ranking points. That's these little trophies right here. You get all 3 if you win. If you lose, no ranking points for that. But there are 3 additional ranking points you can earn throughout the match. The first one here, the little robot, this is called movement points. If at the beginning of the match, both of your robots get off of this white line and get out here, it's 3 points apiece, but you also contribute that score towards that ranking point. Then at the end of the match, if both of your robots can get partially within the blues, within the zone here, that'll get you that ranking point. Ranking points are the main ways that we rank the teams during the match, or during the competition. So getting those extra are huge. The next one here, that single artifact there, if teams can get 36 artifacts up here into the goal during the match, they can get that. That's quite the challenge to do. But so no teams earn that in this match. And the final one here is the pattern ranking points. So for pattern, if you can get 9 of the artifacts to be in the ramp here that match the pattern for the match, here the green, purple, purple, then you'll get that ranking point as well. So we had 5 ranking points picked up by the Red Alliance in that match, really boosting up their scores. Now to 4th and 5th here at today's competition. Finger Titans drops to 6th and 13 for 6072 Wildbot Robotics. All right, we're getting ready for match number 4. Let's welcome the teams to the field. First up on the Red Alliance, playing a back-to-back match here. From here at Highland High School, it's Team 4177, the Finger Titans. They are joined by a team from Sudlow Intermediary School in Davenport. It's 10139 Glitch Mob. On the blue side of the field, from Donaldson, Iowa, at Central High School, it's 4237 Cyberhawks. And lastly, from Alleman High School in Davenport, it's 25656 Pioneer Robotics. We did see that event high score of 123 there in the replay of match number 2. Pioneer Robotics and Finger Titans, both a part of that match. We'll see if they can push the score even further here in match number 4. Okay, randomization. purple, green, purple. Okay, field is ready. Okay, Red Alliance, you ready? They're good to go. Blue Alliance, how about you? They're good to go. Match number 4 in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, here in auto, Pioneer Robotics with a nice 3 in, purple, green, purple. They're picking up those 3. Purple, green, purple. You can see the indexer that I talked about earlier that spins those artifacts around, allowing them to shoot them in any order that they want. They might be looking for the last 3 here in the last 5 seconds. Purple, green, and purple, a full ramp, full motif match. Nice job.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
So, Blue Alliance is now going to release those artifacts so they can score them yet again. But they've already earned that pattern ranking point we just talked about. They got all 9 set up there in auto, so they've earned that pattern ranking point for themselves. Their next goal is just going to be as much throughput as possible, score as many artifacts as they can, try to get to that 36 artifact threshold to earn the goal ranking point. We've got 3 artifacts up and in by Pioneer Robotics. 10139, Glitch Mob on the Red Alliance. Now loading up 3 for themselves. For these robots that have to pick up from the human player, those human players are so important. Pioneer Robotics is able to pick up off the floor, so they don't rely on their human player as much. But 4237 over there, Cyberhawks, they do rely on that human player, and we've got 3 artifacts dropped in. They're now going to head to the blue side and look to score those as we had another release of artifacts from the Blue Alliance. There we go. Looks like another release there, keeping 2 of them in. Oh, there we go. We've got 32 seconds left. Green, purple, purple. Okay. They are set up there. If they want to continue that pattern, they are able. Once again, 2 points, 2 bonus points for each one that's in the correct order. And it looks like the Blue Alliance is looking to load that up here at the end of the match as well. That pattern matters at the end of the first 30 seconds and at the end of the match. And they've, almost fully loaded there. We'll have to see how the referees score that one. 3, 2, 1.
Real quick, teams, if you're walking behind the scoring table, there's this cable that's taped down to the floor. Pick your feet up when you walk over it. It powers this entire event. If you unplug it, we have to restart everything. So make sure you're picking up your feet when you walk over this black cable over here. Thank you.
Okay, scores are in. Let's take a look. That was a huge match there. Great scoring by both alliances. Let's take a look at that score. It's a Blue Alliance win. 135. They did push it higher. A new event high score, 0 foul points in that match. Perfectly clean across the board. 50, 135, 42, 37, and 25, 6, 56. Take that match, move up in the rankings, and earn themselves 5 ranking points. All right, as we get ready for match number 5, let's go ahead and meet the teams and welcome them to the field. First up, over on the red side of the field, it's 11721 Central Processing Units. Give it up for these teams. Come on, little round of applause here. Thank you, thank you. Also joining them on the red side, it's 15055 Deductive Thinkers. And on the Blue Alliance is 12745 Long John Launchers. And rounding out the match is 10082 Mechanicats from Durant. Randomization is purple, purple, green. Team's going to be scoring those artifacts in that order on the ramp. All right, our field is ready. Okay, Red Alliance, thumbs up, ready to go? They're good. Blue Alliance, how about you? Match number 5 begins in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, 10082, Mechanicat. Lining up, looking to launch. 1, 2, 3, up and in. All 6 scored by the Blue Alliance. Nice job, everybody. Moving off that launch line, gets them 3 points apiece and gets them closer to that movement RP. If both the robots can get halfway into their box at the end of the match, they'll earn themselves that ranking point.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And here we go, 15055. Looking to get and launch in. So teams have to be within one of the launch zones to be able to launch these artifacts. That's why teams aren't launching from just anywhere. They've got to be in that white triangle there in the middle, or the triangle outlined in white at the front, and the triangle outlined in white here at the back. As long as they're a little bit inside of that, they're good to launch, but they have to get to one of those zones for the launch to be legal. 15055 gets one in. 11721 having a little bit of a struggle there, getting it off of their hook, but it looks like they were able to get it out and are now headed back over to pick up some others from the human player. More artifacts being launched up and in by 10082 Mechanicats and 12745 Long John Launchers launching theirs up and in. Deductive Thinkers, team 15055, lining up, looking for some more. 11721 Central Processing Units from Davenport. Now heading over towards the red goal. Let's see if they can get it up and in. They've got one ready to go. Kicking it in to the flywheel, and they get it. Nice shot. More artifacts being launched. Blue Alliance with quite the lead here. 5 seconds until endgame. There is the whistle. Means that those base zones are now controlled. They are protected areas. These alliances need to be careful not to bump into the opposing alliance color here during the end. Red Alliance looking to get in. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Hey, let's get a big round of applause for match number 5. Nice job, everybody. Okay, sounds like scores are in. Match number 5 is a Blue Alliance win. 79-49, the Blue Alliance takes it, picking up 4 ranking points. The 3 ranking points for winning and 1 for the movement. Both leaving in auto, both getting back into the base zone there at the end of the match. We are now getting ready for match number 6. Let's meet the teams and welcome them to the field. First up from Columbus Junction, give it up for 6072 Wildbot Robotics. Next, we've got a community team from Iowa City, 13532 Eaglebots. And over on the blue side, it's 10139 Glitch Mob from Davenport. And lastly, it's 5062 Mechanaries from Solon. Randomization for match number 6, PGP. All right, field is set. Red Alliance, thumbs up, ready to go? How about Blue Alliance? You ready? Okay, match number 6 begins in 3, 2, 1, go. Robots are angling, ready to launch. 6072. Wildbot Robotics trying to get something going here. Nice, one shot out. High velocity hits the back of the goal and in. How about number 2? A little over the top. Number 3 is up and in. Nice job. 2 artifacts scored there, 5 seconds left.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Here we go, now into driver control. Robots are on the move. Few of them still waking up, it would appear. We do have 5062 Mechanaries over at the human player. Now waiting for artifacts to be loaded into the robot. Human player is awake now. They're going to be launching some in. 10139 Glitch Mob. 2 artifacts up and in for blue. Red Alliance trying to get theirs fired up. It's 13532 Eaglebots. High-speed flywheel now ready to go. Not quite able to get those in, but they've got plenty of time to pick up some more. Eaglebots have another. One artifact pops up, but a little bit too much spin on it as it comes back out of the goal. For these artifacts to score in the goal, they have to enter the top plane of the goal, go through the archway, go through the square at the top of the ramp, and make it down to the ramp. If not all 3 of those conditions are met, the artifact does not score. So teams can't sneak it in the side there, and it has to make sure to fulfill all 3 criteria to make it in. 2 more up for the Blue Alliance. It's 10139 is 5062. Mechanaries takes another shot up and in for the Blue Alliance. 6072 Wildbot Robotics. For the Red Alliance, looks they've got 2. Okay, it looks like Red is going to try something intense here. One robot looking to drive up and on to another. We'll see if they do it. All right, one robot has mounted on top of the other. We'll have to see how the referees judge that as the match ends. Wow, such a creative mechanism there. Let's see how they mark that down. That is 2 full parks there for the Red Alliance. The first time I've seen that this season. I'm sure that's the first time this league has seen it. Thanks to Eaglebot's interesting design there, making the top of the robot a ramp for their partner to climb up on. That's 10 points apiece, plus a bonus 10 points for getting both of them fully parked. A 30-point swing potentially there at the end of the match. Excellent job. Great ingenuity, great persistence there by those teams figuring that out, communicating well to execute on it. Okay, scores are in. Let's see. Red Alliance takes it. 54 to 47. 30 base points there at the end. It paid off. Those final 10 points they got for getting both of them in the base pushed them ahead of the Blue Alliance there. Great job. Teams that were in that last match, can you check and see if you took a purple artifact off of the field? Please check your robot, see if you've got a purple artifact there from last match. Artifact recovered. Thank you. Before we get into the next match, an important announcement for everybody here. If I could have all of the teams, if you're in your pit, can you look over here towards the field and raise your hand if you can see me? Wildbot Robotics, I'm looking at you. Wildbot Robotics? Wow, that's impressive. Can you raise your hand if you can see me? Teams, if you can see me, can you please raise your hand? We need to make sure everybody has safety glasses on while you are out here on the gym floor. If you're not up in the stands in front of that red line, you've got to have safety glasses on. It's super important. It's for your safety. You do not want to lose your eyes. They're so important, all right? Make sure you have them on and they're on your eyes. They can't be up on the top of your head. That doesn't help you at all. Make sure you got those safety glasses on. All right, thank you. All right, teams are finishing their setup. Let's welcome a couple teams to the field while they finish. First up on the Red Alliance, give it up for Team 8743, Raw Bacon. They're joined on the Red Alliance by Team 15055, Deductive Thinkers. Over on the blue side to round us out, it's 33-67 Organized Chaos. And last but certainly not least, it's 42-37 Cyberhawks. Randomization for match number 7. Green, purple, purple. Green, purple, purple. We're set. Okay, Red Alliance, thumbs up. Ready to go? They're good. Blue Alliance, how about you? Teams are ready. Match number 7 begins in 3, 2, 1, go. Both Blue Alliance robots are off. First artifact, up and in. Raw bacon with 1 and 2. 2 purples. They will get 1 bonus pattern point for that. 2 points there for the Red Alliance as they move off and get the leave points. 2 leaves for the Blue Alliance, 1 leave for Red as we come to the end of auto.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And now we're into driver controlled. Both blue robots already full of artifacts. We'll see what they can do with those. 367 Organized Chaos getting shoved around by 15055 a bit. As Scott mentioned during drivers and coaches meeting, defense is definitely part of the strategy this year. You've got to make sure that your robot's heavy enough to withstand those other robots shoving you around. As a lot of these robots have to be in one particular spot to launch, it's very easy for opposing alliance robots to bump into you and get you not quite where you need to be. 15055 now sitting in front of 367, sort of inadvertently blocking them from launching as another goes up and over for 367. We've gotten quite a few artifacts in so far for the Red Alliance. They've got a green-purple repeating pattern going there now. Not the pattern for the match, but they can still get those individual pattern points. 45 seconds left. Red Alliance does have the slight lead, 38-6 right now. Now those artifacts are flowing over the top. We call that overflow on the red side happening now. Those artifacts worth a few less points. More artifacts now flying out. Red Alliance putting some more in. Continuing to further their scores. 367 gets ready to fire another one for the Blue Alliance. Up. Oh, just over the top. They've got a little bit more time. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. Great match. Scores are in. Red Alliance wins. 67-19. Red Alliance takes match number 7, walks away with 4 ranking points. Blue Alliance earns their ranking point as well for movement. Okay, teams are getting ready for match number 8 now. Let's welcome the teams to the field. First up, we've got 10139 Glitch Mob. Let's give it up for these teams. Come on, a little round of applause here for Glitch Mob. We've got 6072 Wildbot Robotics from Columbus Junction. Over on the blue side from Davenport, it's 11721 Central Processing Units. And lastly, from Danville, it's 12745 Long John Launchers. Here comes your randomization. Purple, purple, green. Field is ready. Red Alliance, thumbs up, ready to go. Blue Alliance, how about you? They're good. Match begins in 3, 2, 1, go. Blue Alliance is trying to get something going here. 11-7-21, attempting to get some artifacts launched there. A little bit caught up in the robot. A couple artifacts bouncing across for the Red Alliance. Hey, one makes it in by 60-72. Wildbot Robotics.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go, into driver control. 3 robots on the move so far. Glitch Mob trying to get theirs back up and running, and now they're rocking and rolling. A very common mechanism we've seen this year is the flywheel. Flywheel is that high, quick spinning wheel in the middle of the robot. The robot bumps the ball, the artifact, into it. It catches in those flywheels and it launches out at a very high velocity, as we can see with some of the teams in this match. 60-72. 2 sets of super fast spinning flywheels and a little kicker that can get the artifact into those flywheels to launch it out. 3 artifacts apiece for the Red and the Blue Alliance, as an additional artifact gets dropped in for 11-7-21. 12-7-45. A single flywheel design and just a rail for the artifact to ride along. Looks to be working for them pretty well as they slowly maneuver back towards the blue side of the field to pick up some more artifacts. Looks like they rely on the human player to get him into the robot, and the human player is doing a great job this match of communicating with both teams and loading it up when they need it. 60-72, Wildbot Robotics for the Red Alliance. Now getting 3 artifacts loaded in for them. They fire from the far side of the field. 12-7-45. Looking to get those additional artifacts in. 1, 2 up. The Blue Alliance. And here we go. Last 20 seconds of the match. 3 more artifacts up and in for Red. Purple, purple, green is the pattern. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. Controllers down. Referee's going to check out those base points, and we will see how things shake out. Here come the scores for match number 8. Blue Alliance takes it 56-48. Blue Alliance win off of those foul points acquired by the Red Alliance there. 1 minor for picking up an artifact outside of the loading zone, and 1 minor for launching an artifact outside of the launch zone. All right, we're getting ready for match number 9. Okay, randomization is green, purple, purple. Okay, field is randomized. Refs ready. Red Alliance ready. Blue Alliance ready. Teams are ready. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. 25-656 is back in this match. They've got 2 artifacts in so far. They've got that indexing mechanism, meaning they can sort these artifacts however they need them. You can see on the backside as they're moving, they're indexing those, trying to save some time. Now they're indexed and ready. Green, purple, purple, up and in. And they get it.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
So, something that we haven't addressed yet is how do the robots know what the randomization is? And that's really, really important. That's why we randomize, is so the robots don't know what it is. But there are these tags on the front of the goal here that are called the tag that's down here, this April tag, The robots can use a camera to scan it to decode the motif. So 25656 Pioneer Robotics has a camera on the front of their robot that'll scan this April tag so they can tell what the motif is for the given match, so that they're able to get those pattern points. 1, 2, 3, up and in. They're going to release that gate, get some of the artifacts back onto the field. The pattern points only matter at the end of the first 30 seconds and at the end of the match. So in between, those teams can be going back and forth, releasing the artifacts from their gate with no issue there. All right, more artifacts coming through. Another artifact being launched on the backside by the Blue Alliance. 13-5-32 Eaglebots have one more ready to go. They're going to make their way over to the base zone. A key part of their strategy that we saw work out for them last time was turning their robot into a ramp so that their opposing, or their alliance partner, is able to drive up onto the robot there. So we'll see if they can work that out again. They're trying to get lined up for the base zone. 50-62 is headed over to them. We'll see if the Blue Alliance can execute here. 13-5-32. Backing up, getting in position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Controllers down. Nice job. All right, here comes the score for match number 9. Red Alliance wins 157, another event high score by the Red Alliance. 10 foul points went into that score, but 87-43 and 25-656 Pioneer Robotics and Raw Bacon scoring a new event high score there. A huge artifact scoring game for the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance not quite able to get that double full park there at the end in the base, but a valiant effort nonetheless, and they'll have a couple more opportunities today to try to make that work. We're going to get the field reset and launch into match number 10. We're in match number 10. Randomization is green, purple, purple. We're good to go. Red Alliance, are you ready? Red Alliance, ready to go? Okay, Blue Alliance, ready? Teams are ready. Match begins in 3, 2, 1, go. On the Red Alliance in this match, we've got 4177, the Finger Titans, and 3367, Organized Chaos. Organized Chaos looking to launch their artifacts up and in. Blue Alliance able to get 3 here during Autonomous. Fourth one attempted by 6072. Another one up and in. Some nice points will give them the lead as we head into driver controlled.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1,
Okay, artifacts now being loaded up for 367 on the Red Alliance. Human player waiting to put that third one in. There we go. They're ready to go. Finger Titans lost their compliant wheel there in the middle of the field. Robots will have to be careful of that. It looks like Finger Titan is going to be playing a defense game, trying to box the Blue Alliance robot out. 1-0-0-8-2. Mechanicats moving into position as they score one. Getting their wheels up to speed. A second one now goes up. An interesting strategy developing there, where they don't want Finger Titans to block them, so they're spinning up their wheels outside of the launch zone, but moving in just before they shoot it. Pretty good strategy for them. They were able to get one in unobstructed. 60-72. Looks like they're going to head to the base already. 45 seconds left. Might be having some trouble with their mechanisms. That's not going to stop Mechanicats. 1-0-0-8-2. 367 on the Red Alliance. One. Now up and way over the goal. They're going to reposition, looking for number 2. 5 seconds to end game. And here we go. Red Alliance is 367, looking for some more, up and into the goal in the last moments of this match. Finger Titans trying to get in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. All right, a quick announcement for everybody. This was match number 10. After match number 11, we're going to take a 15-minute break for people to go get food, for volunteers to go to the bathroom, things like that. So we will play one more match, match number 11, then a 15-minute break, and then we'll be back with match number 12 right after that. Okay, scores are in. Match number 10 goes to blue. 55-39. Blue Alliance takes it with 4 ranking points. Red Alliance picks up 2 ranking points, though. Another reminder that we will have a 15-minute break after the conclusion of this match. After match number 11, a 15-minute break. Green, purple, green. Or purple, green, purple. All right. We're set. Red Alliance, thumbs up. You ready? Red Alliance is ready. Blue Alliance, you ready? They're ready. Match begins in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. 2 parks for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance is 87-43. Raw Bacon scoring 3 artifacts in, matching the motif. So not only do they get the artifact points, they're also going to get 2 points apiece for the pattern.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And those points can be significant. An artifact that counts as classified is one that drops directly to the ramp. That's 3 points apiece per artifact. So getting 2 additional points on top of that is a huge bonus. Another PGP motif scored there for the Red Alliance. All 3 in that pattern. 15-0-55. 1, up and in. They're still matching that pattern as well. As the Red Alliance, they've locked in that pattern. We'll see what they decide to do with that with it for the rest of the match. They can continue to score, and those artifacts will count as overflow artifacts. It'll be 1 point apiece on those artifacts for the rest of the match for the Red Alliance, unless they make some room in their ramp, in which case they can continue getting 3 points apiece. Looks like they're going to go for overflow as they launch 3 more in for the Red Alliance. 2 of them make it in, roll over the top, and out the bottom. You can see without those gates being released, though, there's not very many artifacts on the field, so you kind of have to hunt and fight over them for these teams that want to get it. With 30 seconds left, it's a close match, 38-37, a 1-point difference. 87-43, Raw Bacon looking to extend the Red Alliance lead. But 10139 is matching them. Let's see. Can the Red Alliance get into the base? 41-41. It is all tied up with 10 seconds left. Full and a partial for 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. We'll have to see what the final scores look like after the referees look it over. All right, here come the scores. It was a close match all the way through. Trading artifacts back and forth. And the Red Alliance comes out on top. 74-70. Winning by just a couple of those pattern points that we talked about. The fact that they got those in the right order, those were the pattern points from Auto, were the difference maker for the Red Alliance. Big win for them as well. 5 ranking points earned for the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance picks up 1 ranking point on the way out. 87-43 remains second at this event, and 13-5-32 moves up to 9th. We will now be taking our 15-minute break, so go out there, support the concession stand here at Highland. Go get yourself some food, relax for a little bit. We'll be back with match number 12 in 15 minutes.
Just a reminder, if you're down on the floor, you need to have safety glasses on. If you do not have safety glasses on, you need to be in the stands. I do see some people with no safety glasses.
Teams, if you are in match 12, you should be on the queuing table. Again, if you are in qualification match 12, you should be making your way to the queuing table right now. Not later. Now.
Okay, we are back from our little break there. Appreciate you all. Hopefully you were able to go get something to eat, take a little break from the action here. But we're back into it with match number 12 of 20. So let's meet the teams and welcome them to the field if you would. Please give it up for Team 367 Organized Chaos. And they're joined by Team 12745 Long John Launchers. That's your Red Alliance. Over on the blue side of the field, we've got 4177 the Finger Titans and 25656 Pioneer Robotics. Randomization for match number 12. Purple, purple, green. Red Alliance, can I get a thumbs up if you're ready? Red Alliance ready to go? Blue Alliance, thumbs up, you ready to go? Ready? All right, let's get the match started in 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, up and in on the blue side of the field by Pioneer Robotics. Of course, they've hit that purple, purple, green pattern as they've been doing all day today. Another 3 go in. If they can get these last 3 up and in, they'll earn themselves the pattern RP. Purple, purple, green. Blue Alliance loads it up, earns themselves the pattern RP. Nice job.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And right away, Pioneer Robotics unloading their ramp to make them more easily available. 3 points apiece are what those artifacts are worth going in if they go directly to the ramp. If they roll over the top, only 1 point apiece. And here it looks like Pioneer Robotics are not too concerned about the color that they're picking up or about indexing them. We've seen that they've been clearing out the ramp multiple times throughout the match, and there they go, releasing another set of 9. Now up to 18 artifacts scored for the Blue Alliance. The goal RP set at 36 artifacts, so they are halfway there. If they can get 4 full cycles here during the match, they'll earn themselves the goal RP. More artifacts being placed in now by 367. 12745 has an artifact in their grasp. 4177 Finger Titans now going to play a little defense against 367, trying to box them out from the launch zone. More artifacts up and in for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance looking to launch. 367. Organized chaos on the front side, just over the back. Pioneer Robotics continuing to launch in. I've lost count of how many artifacts they've got, but they're up to 164 points. Looking to push it even further. That high score could be theirs. 3 more up and in. 3 purples. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. Great match. All right, that was a really high scoring match. It is worth noting, I didn't see this earlier, but we already actually beat the state high record today. 147 was scored in qualification match number 9 by Pioneer Robotics and Raw Bacon. I think they might have broken it again this match. Let's see the scores. Blue Alliance wins 158-42. A huge score there. And it does look like that is 10 foul points, which puts it at 148, which does mean we have a new state high record there in that last match. So congratulations to those teams. Nice job. Teams are finishing their setup for match number 13. In this match, on the Red Alliance, we've got team 10082 Mechanicats and 4237 Cyberhawks. On the other side of the field in blue for this match, 11721 Central Processing Units and 5062 Mechanaries. Purple, green for match number 13. Red Alliance, are you ready to go? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Teams are ready. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Few artifacts over the top there for the Blue Alliance. 3 purple artifacts in for red by 10082 Mechanicats. Nice job. Blue Alliance looking like they're going to get 2 leaves. Red Alliance with 2 leaves as well.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, 3 of the robots on the move. 10082 Mechanicats. Now loading 3 artifacts up and in. They were able to score 3 during auto. Let's see if they can do the same. 1, 2, 3 in Teleop. 5062 getting loaded up by the human player on the Blue Alliance. Now 2 artifacts in their grasp. 1 up and in cleanly. More artifacts being scored now. Long shots happening by 10082. Mechanicats not quite able to get there. 11721 Central Processing Units are on the Blue Alliance. They're looking to get a couple more artifacts up and over. Another one up, bounces back into the field. More artifacts up and in for the Red Alliance. They've only got 1 slot left on their ramp to be able to earn those pattern points. Another artifact up and over. 30 seconds left. A few more artifacts looking to be scored here by 10082 as they're getting shoved around by 5062. 1, 2, up and in for the Blue Alliance. They've fully loaded their ramp as Red does the same. 12 seconds left. It's a close match, but Blue has the lead. Get to those bases, earn those points. 3, 2, 1. Controllers down. Nice job, everybody. Great match. Here come the scores for match number 13. Red Alliance wins with a score of 72-70. An extremely close match. Red Alliance comes out on top, picks up 4 ranking points. Blue Alliance walks away with 1. 10082 Mechanicats stay in second, and 42-37 Cyberhawks move up to 8th on the red side of the field. Nice job. Okay, teams are preloading their robots. Let's go ahead and welcome these teams to the field. First up on the red side, it's 12745 Long John Launchers. They're joined by 10139 Glitch Mob. On the blue side of the field, 15055 Deductive Thinkers and 367 Organized Chaos. Randomization is green, purple, purple. Okay, Red Alliance, can I get a thumbs up? You ready to go? Blue Alliance, how about you? They're good. Feels good. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Three artifacts up and in. Purple, green, purple for the Red Alliance. Long John Launchers, very easily launching those into their goal. Blue Alliance has got one leave, but the other one went a little bit too far, crossed onto that back launch line.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
One artifact in for the Blue Alliance. 15055 getting that in. 367 is looking to launch from the far side of the field. Second one now in. One more in their possession as 15055 takes a nice shot from the middle of the launch zone. 10139. 3 in for them. Taking it to 6 artifacts over on the red side. Now matched by blue. 6 to 6. Red Alliance with a slight lead coming out of autonomous there, and that maintains the lead here in driver controlled. 15055. A little bit short on that purple artifact as the Red Alliance fills up their ramp. 12745. Release the artifacts for the Red Alliance so they can continue earning maximum points for those. 3 points for any artifact that touches the ramp immediately that goes down. Any artifact that goes over the top is only worth 1 point. So most of the time, it's definitely worth it to empty that out. 10139 for the Red Alliance. The Glitch Mob now loading up from the human player. They've had some great scoring for their alliance so far. And 12745, much the same for Red. 25 seconds left. Artifacts continuing to be launched from all across the field. Another artifact in for blue. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the match. Nice job. scores are in. Match number 14 goes to the Red Alliance. 77-59. Red Alliance comes out on top. They walk away with 4 ranking points. Blue Alliance secures their move ranking point as well. 7 and 8 are the ranks of our Red Alliance teams. 6 and 12 over on the blue side of the field. Getting ready now for match number 15. Okay, we're getting ready for match number 15. Let's go ahead and meet the teams here in this match. On the red side of the field, welcome Team 4237, the Cyberhawks, and 6072, Wildbot Robotics. Now over on the blue side of the field, we have the first and the second ranked teams at this event. So please give it up for your first ranked team currently, Team 25656 Pioneer Robotics, and the second ranked team, Team 10082 Mechanicats. Okay, randomization is purple, green, purple. Okay, you heard Scott. He wants to hear some loud screaming from you on this one, all right? Red Alliance, are you ready? Yeah. Blue Alliance, how about you? Yeah. All right, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go. Two up and in for the Blue Alliance, just missing out on that third. 60-72 with one shot in for the Red Alliance. Second one just short. Number 3 just short. 25-656 Going for another 3 now. One goes over the top and overflows.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Blue Alliance has the lead, 32-11 as we go into driver controlled. Missing that one artifact at the beginning did impact the pattern points the Blue Alliance was able to earn. But they're going to try to make that up here the rest of the match, just scoring as many artifacts as they possibly can. More artifacts being launched for blue now. 6 up and in. A 7th scored now. There's another artifact launches with high velocity from the front side of the field. It's 60-72. Wildbot Robotics get another one in. Here comes number 3. Just shy. 3 artifacts up and in for the Mechanicats. 3 now also in for Pioneer Robotics. Releasing the artifacts out. Those are all over on the red side of the field now, though. So 25-656 is going to have to try to navigate around there and get those artifacts in. 1, 2, 3. One of them bounces out. 2 scored for the Blue Alliance there. Red Alliance is 42-37, taking some nice shots now. 1 up and in for Bled. Yep, just one of those. 60-72. Wildbot Robotics are launching from the far side. $25-656 there. Now picking up 3 more artifacts, scoring them into the blue ramp. 20 seconds left. 42-37, looking to launch a couple more. They've got one more artifact ready to go. More artifacts now overflowing for the Blue Alliance with 3, 2, 1. That is it. Controllers down. Nice job. All right, scores are in for match number 15 now. It's a Blue Alliance victory. 159, another event high score there with just 5 foul points there for the Blue Alliance. Walking away with 5 ranking points, and they were able to get the goal ranking point, meaning they scored 36 artifacts up and into the goal during that match. Nice job. All right, we're in the final stretch here. Just 5 matches remain in today's competition. We've got some teams in this match that we'd like to welcome to the field. First up on the Red Alliance, give a hand for 5062 Mechanaries from Solon. They are joined by Team 8743 Raw Bacon from Iowa City. On the opposite side of the field, in blue, it's 11721 Central Processing Units from Davenport. And finally, wrapping us out from here in Riverside, it's 4177 Finger Titans. Purple, purple, green is the randomization for match number 16. All right, Red Alliance, give me a thumbs up. You ready to go? They're good. How about the Blue Alliance? Yeah. You're ready. All right. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go. $87.43 Raw Bacon. 3 purple artifacts up and good for the Red Alliance. Ten seconds left. All of the robots have come to a stop. 3 parks on the field.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And right away, 8743 is going to empty out those artifacts. Blue Alliance shoots one up. That's 11-7-21 for the Blue Alliance. Now knocking a second one in just short. $11-7-21 Central Processing Units for the Blue Alliance. Now reloading. As, wow, 5 artifacts up and in for the Red Alliance, both shooting in unison there. 5062 is looking for more. And Finger Titans push them away, meaning neither of those artifacts are able to land. Looks like that may be their strategy for this match, just try to block the Red Alliance out. 8743 is pretty hard to block, though. They go right up against the goal there and launch those in. 5062 has got to maneuver around. Just short there for the Red Alliance. Meanwhile, 11-7-21 for the Blue Alliance continues to try scoring those artifacts in. $50-62 is headed back over. Oh, here we go. They've got one ready. 41-77 is pushing 50-62 around. 11-7-21, looking for some more artifacts. having a little bit of a tough time here. Let's see if they can get this last one in. Just outside the field. 50-62 is loading up a couple more. 10 seconds left as the Red Alliance pushes their lead. Another artifact up and in. They're going to park now. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Nice job, everybody. Scores are in for match number 16. Goes to the Red Alliance. 66-14. Red Alliance maintains their third and fourth rank here at today's competition, 5 and 13. Those rankings remain on the other side of the field. Four ranking points picked up for Red. Teams are now loading up onto the field for match number 17. On the red side of the field, join me in welcoming Team 13532 Eaglebots. They're joined by Team 4237, the Cyberhawks. Little Flying Bird Alliance there. Some good synergy. On the blue side, it's 6072 Wildbot Robotics and 12745 Long John Launchers. All right, randomization is purple, green, purple. Okay, Red Alliance, can I get a thumbs up? You ready to go? Good? All right, Blue Alliance, thumbs up. Ready? Blue Alliance. Okay, Blue Alliance ready to go? All right, let's begin the match in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 6072 is lined up. That high velocity launcher, watch out. They're headed to the goal. 12,745, just short on that one. 2 artifacts in for Blue, a third one, just up and over the top.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we are on the move. 4237 looking to launch up and into the red goal. Blue human player placing those artifacts in for Wildbot Robotics, team 6072. 13532, Eaglebots looking to try to get their launch on. They've got 2 artifacts in their possession. Just got to get it up and into that ramp. Another artifact launched in by 6072. That makes 5 for the Blue Alliance. .4237 is headed back over with a cargo there of 3 artifacts, trying to score their first and their second of the match. Artifacts being launched by 6072, Wildbot Robotics from the front side of the field into the blue goal. Neither of those quite making it in as 4237 finds some success, securing all 3 of their artifacts. And Blue is now in overflow territory here. 12,745. Now pressing that gate, releasing those artifacts as we get down to the last 20 seconds of the match. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everybody. All right, here come the scores for match number 17. Goes to the Blue Alliance. 49-29. Blue Alliance take 4 ranking points. Randomization is purple, purple, green. All right, Red Alliance. Can I get a thumbs up and a little yeah if you're ready? Red Alliance. How about you? Yeah. All right. We're ready for match number 18. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. 11-7-21. Some attempts there. 367 was able to get one in. "12 seconds left. Looks like all of our robots have come to a stop. Potentially 4 leaves for all 4 robots.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we're off. Three, 6, 7, looking to put some artifacts in. All right. Blue Alliance is continuing to load up some artifacts. 11-7-21. Now being loaded up by the human players. Artifacts moving in. Now heading into the goal. Red Alliance trying to get some. 11-7-21. Close. Just a little bit too far there. Artifacts now. More artifacts flying in for blue. "40 seconds left. "50-62 have 2 artifacts in their grasp. Red Alliance trying to get some more artifacts in. Those all just barely missing. Really close there. Just a little tweak needed from the Red Alliance, possibly. 50-62 is playing some defense now, and they clear out. 50-62 now get that final artifact in, and they're headed to their base. Less than 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Controllers down. Controllers down. So there on the front side of the field for the Red Alliance, we had 367. Their battery fell out of their robot there, which is a big safety concern. So the head referee told them to be disabled for the match so that we wouldn't potentially run into any issues, any safety issues there. And the Red Alliance had to try to keep away from them so that they didn't pose a further safety concern. So 367 was disabled for that match. They'll still get all the points here from this match, no problem there. Just not able to play the match because their battery fell out of the robot. Quick announcement here before we get the match scores for this match. Hot dogs are $2 at the concession stand right now. They're trying to clear those out. So $2 hot dogs if you're hungry. Head over there and get that deal now before we announce the scores of match number 18. Here come the scores, match number 18. It's a Blue Alliance win. 66-28, Blue Alliance takes it with 4 ranking points. 1 ranking point for Red. Another reminder, hot dogs, $2 right now out at the concession stand, so on your way out, make sure to go pick some of those up and support the local concession stand here at Highland. Just 2 matches left, 19 and 20. We will wrap up today's competition. Green, purple, purple is the randomization for match number 19. All right, Red Alliance, you ready to go? Yeah! Blue Alliance, how about you? Nothing audible. Red Alliance, are you good? Blue? Oh, yes, blue. Great, all right. Let's begin the match in 3, 2, 1, go. Mechanicats with 2 up and in for the Red Alliance. And 2 leaves for red, 1 leave for blue.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
First artifacts being moved now by the Red Alliance. 13-5-32. Now moving over to the opposite side of the field. 10082, Mechanicats trying to launch up and in as 13532 Eaglebots is playing a bit of defense on them. 10139, trying to line up, but Finger Titans making it difficult for them. We've got 4 artifacts in for the Red Alliance so far. Mechanicats have been successful there. 10139, able to score 2 artifacts now for the Blue Alliance. That's Glitch Mob. Mechanicats getting some more there. Mechanicats are headed back over to receive some more of the artifacts from the human player, and they've got 3 in. Really simple mechanism there. Just a little elevator that pushes those up into their flywheels. 10082 continuing to try to shoot in as 10139 scores some nice artifacts for the Blue Alliance. (10082) Mechanicats loading up 3 more artifacts, and they're matched on the other side by Glitch Mob. Nice far shot there from 10082 Mechanicats. We've seen them do that a couple of times today. Having the capability to launch from both zones is highly beneficial. Allows you to play around your opponents a little bit better. And we're now in the last 10 seconds of the match. 3, 2, 1. That is it. Nice job. All right. Scores are in for match number 19. Let's take a look. It was a close match there at the end. Red Alliance had the lead in the last moments, and they do come out on top. 66-62, an extremely close match. Those foul points almost making the difference, but the Red Alliance wins, walking away with 4 ranking points. The Blue Alliance gets 1. We've got 1 match left today. Thank you all for sticking around here and supporting these students. Really appreciate it. Okay, it's the final match of the day, match number 20 of 20. Let's please welcome these teams to the field. Let's give them a warm round of applause. First up is your first ranked team currently, Team 25-656 Pioneer Robotics. They're joined by Team 60-72 Wildbot Robotics. Opposite them on the blue side, the third ranked team, Team 8743 Raw Bacon. And finally, rounding us out, give a warm round of applause for 11721, the Central Processing Units. Purple, purple, green is the randomization. Red Alliance, let me hear you. You ready for the last match? Yeah. A little more. Come on, Red Alliance, are you ready? Yeah. Blue Alliance, how about you? Yeah. Our teams are ready. This is the last match of the day. Match number 20 in 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, up and in. 25-656 Pioneer Robotics, the first ranked team, scoring another 3 up and in. Using that indexer, reading the motif, looking for the last 3. 1, 2, 3, up and in for the Red Alliance.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
On the blue side, it was Raw Bacon's 8743. Scoring 3 artifacts of their own, getting the pattern points for each of them. Pioneer Robotics have already scored another 3 as 60-72 are looking to score as well. Right now, they do not care about the pattern. They'll reestablish it by the end of the match, as Pioneer Robotics has been doing all day today. 11-7-21 trying to get 1 up and in. And there's now 6 in for the Blue Alliance. All 6 of them are matching the pattern at the moment. It's 87-43 gets 1 green out, and they're going to try to get the 2 purples in. Looks like they really care about that pattern. They're going to be looking for a green to finish it off. Let's see if 11-21 can be the one to do it. Green up and in. Nice job. 11-7-21 Central Processing Units finish off the ramp pattern for the Blue Alliance, and now it's going to be overflow points for Blue. 87-43 with 3 up and in. 45 seconds left. Red's got the lead, 93-39. And the gate is released with just 30 seconds left. We'll see if the Red Alliance is able to refill it. They already secured that pattern ranking point in auto, so they don't have to worry about that. They're just going to try to score as many as they can. Last 20 seconds. Spin dexing away. There's purple, purple, green. Going to try to pick up those extra 2 points per artifact if they can get it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Let's get a big round of applause for everybody who came here today. Thank you very, very much. We'll have the final scores for you in just a moment. All right, here's your final score of the day for match number 20. Red Alliance wins 146 to 77. They walk away with 5 ranking points. Blue Alliance gets 2. Thank you all very much for being here. We appreciate you coming out and supporting the students. Have a safe drive home and a safe weekend, and we'll see you at the next one.